welcome back to my channel. Finally, we've had a good win. So let's talk about it. I'll do mostly player ratings and I'll talk a bit about the tactics. First thing that is important is midfield, which has been the big problem all season. So midfield, we had Gundogan starting and two young midfielders around him, Gonzalez and Marmoush. And I guess Marmoush did go out a bit down the left and then Foden would invert, which is why Foden played on the left, because otherwise we see Salvinho on the left and Foden on the right, but the reason he played on the left is so that he can go into midfield when Marmoush goes into these wide areas kind of. He doesn't really go into the wide areas, he more so targets this area in between the half space, I suppose that's called nowadays. That's where Marmoush was roaming a lot. But yeah, Foden was then kind of roaming in these areas. Whatever the case, Foden was in the middle a lot, and if Foden wasn't in the middle, it was Marmoush. And that made sure there was always a young midfielder there. And when Marmoush pushed up a bit, and Foden was inside, Guardiola would push up a lot. So there was always two young midfielders around Gundogan. And when Gundogan came off, there were still two young midfielders there, because Kovacic came on when Gundogan went off. I believe, was it Foden who came off first, or was it Marmoush who came off first? Someone came off for Nunez and then McAtee. I think they came off at the same time, actually. I think they might have come off at the same time. And then later Doku came on, and O'Reilly, but we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, there was always two young midfielders on the pitch, which is something I've talked about for a while now on this channel, and we finally got around to doing it. We didn't need new signings to do that, but they help, of course, they help. We're finally doing it. Let's just hope we continue doing that. We looked so much better in midfield with Gonzalez there. We looked light years cleared from previously this season. Let's just say that, right? Now, we did have a really good attacking game. Marmoush picked up a lot of goals, got a hat-trick. First goal was just from a run. It's literally that simple. Just pass to him. It's literally that simple. Just pass a ball over the top. And Marmoush scores. I mean, we could be doing that with Haaland all season long, but we didn't. Now I'm hoping, with Marmoush and Haaland, we'll see a lot more of that. A lot more of those long balls just gets those goals. Of course, Edison, again, with the assist. Just get more of that. It's not that difficult. You see how easily we scored against Newcastle? We are a very good team. Just play a ball over top. Just do it. Then, the second goal, ball into him by Gundogan. And this is the moment here where he gets that ball from Gundogan. If Bernardo Silva was on the pitch, he passes that backwards. And that is just poor on Bernardo Silva. That is why I've been talking about Lewis in Silva's role instead of Bernardo Silva there. Maybe Matheus Nunez or whatever, but Bernardo Silva, he can hold on to the ball, but he can't create, so that's a big problem when he's on the pitch. Marmoush picked up his second goal, great finish, and then his third goal, I'm trying to remember, Salvinho cuts inside, cuts it back, really good work, and I'll talk about that as well. When Salvinho cut inside here, what did you notice? Haaland on the far post, Foden had drifted into midfield, Guardiola was on the left here, and Marmoush was running to the near post. He didn't get to the near post, but he was running towards it. So why is that important? Because it's basic fucking football, and we finally play it. Salvinho goes into here. If he goes further, he can get a ball into the near post and Marmoush has a tap in. Or he cuts it back and Marmoush can have a tap in again. And that's what happened. He cuts the ball back, got it onto Marmoush, Marmoush scores a tap in. That is basic football, and we've been lacking it all season. We've seen Haaland on the far post a lot, and then everyone else would just be standing around. Everyone would be I guess Guardiola would be here, then everyone would be camping on the edge of the box, and the winger will be trying to get a ball into Haaland. So yeah, basic football. It's a good thing that we finally learned to play it, and that's gotten us the second goal from, or sorry, even the third goal from Marmoush. I'm happy with his performance, very happy, and we need to keep that stuff up. We need to keep going here. I don't think Gundogan will play against Real Madrid. He almost played the full 90, which surprised me, but you can see why, isn't it? When you're playing this well, you can let him play and not bother tiring another player. If we're gonna play like this against Real Madrid, we should have good chances. This game as well, defensively, I mean, we were never in trouble. Defensively speaking, they did not go forward and scare us, did they now? We just sat there. We held on to the ball all game. We passed it around. They went forwards a few times. None of it was scary. Husanov, Stones dealt with it very well. I feel like this is one of the most Man City games. So this is the most Man City game all season. All season long we've struggled to have these types of dominant performances. This was dominant. This is what Man City is supposed to do. I want to see that week in, week out. Now, we're going to the Bernabeu. We're probably losing. But if we go to the Bernabeu, if there's any chance of us winning, it's gonna have to be with Foden, Savinho, Marmoush, behind Haaland, Nico Gonzalez in midfield, certainly. Maybe Kovacic next to him, maybe De Bruyne if you want to be very attacking, or maybe something else. But Nico Gonzalez has to play. And I guess you could play O'Reilly or Lewis, but you get the point. Right back is probably going to be Husanov against Madrid, because we're going to need to mind Vini. Then centre backs, depends on fitness, but Ruben Diaz may be back. So we might see Stones, Diaz centre backs, and then Guardiola left back. That is what I would imagine against Madrid. Speaking about all the players who did play, excellent game all round. Haaland picked up another assist. He was actually quite good this game. He didn't get any chances, but he did help around a bit. He dragged out a lot of space. The goal from Marmoush. Haaland dragging the defender to the far post. That's why Marmoush was free. And the second goal even by Marmoush. Like the third goal I just talked about. The second goal as well. Why did Gundogan play a ball into Marmoush? Because the third defender is on Haaland. So even when Haaland doesn't touch the ball, he has such an impact. Got that assist as well to McAtee. McAtee very good off the bench. Playing false 9 a bit. Haaland did give us an injury scare, but it looks like it's nothing major if you're wondering about that. I think we're just very comfy. I'm happy with how we are right now. We can continue that against Real Madrid. We actually have a chance. Then Liverpool, I mean, don't worry about the league. We're done in the league. We're probably going to lose to Liverpool or draw. I don't care. As long as we get to the next phase of Champions League and we get top 4. Because Liverpool, they're winning a league title, they're way better than us. Just, you have to accept that. Next year, we'll get that league title back, yeah, but this year, focus on Champions League, FA Cup, and then try to get top 4. We should get top 4 comfortably. If you look at how shit Newcastle is and Chelsea and stuff, it's a shame to even be in a top 4 race with them. I do reckon Nottingham Forest will drop down a bit as well, so we should get top 4. I'm not too worried about that, so Liverpool is not actually a big game to me, if I'm being very honest with you. I mean, it's a big game, like it's two big teams playing against each other, if you consider Man City a big team. But it's not like a big game as in the context of the season, if you get what I mean. Anyhow, I waffled a bit too long now. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, helps the channel out a ton. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.